Letang and Martin defensively for Pittsburgh. Kunitz on the left wing and Blake Comeau on right wing on this line with Evgeny Malkin. And here comes Comeau on his off wing. Shoots it off the goalpost. He almost scored another one. Here's Malkin. Another shot by Comeau, and that one blocked away. Hornquist is in the high slot. Sid coming out of the corner, lost control of it, but he'll go get it. And backhanded back down into the corner for Hornquist. Up the wall now for Nick Spaulding. Crosby over to help out. Has it again. Hornquist is open. His shot and a good save by Ward on Patrick Hornquist.
Team that pre-scouts the Penguins knows you got to be ready to compete early.
Penguins have scored first in 17 of 21. Here comes Falk out of his own zone. And he's able to slip the puck past Letang and Stahl with a stutter step move. Fires it in the net and a save made by Fleury, and he did not have control of that puck. Sid gets in the corner, comes out of there with it one more time. Harrison hits him though, and he turns. Now Spaulding steps in there to try to help out. And Andre Nestersil had it stripped away by Spaulding. Crosby for Hornquist. Got a shot off somehow, and the save made by Cam Ward. Here goes Hornquist again, jamming the puck up into the Canes zone. Jay McClement sends it all the way up to the line. And a lead pass now to Skinner, catching the Penguins in a change in a shot. Then Fleury came out to take the angle away and boot it out of there. Good chance for Jeff Skinner. There's Comeau with it now for Malkin. Malkin goes across the ice to Scuderi. Scuderi out to Comeau into the Canes zone. Comeau around Gleason. Now he peels back, looks in front for Malkin. It comes off the skate right to Comeau. A shot of the save made by Ward. There's a shot from a sharp angle by Riley Nash, stopped by Fleury, and now Letang battles to get possession from Riley Nash, but Nathan Gerby moves it out to the point. Falk with a wrister. Fleury makes the save with a blocker. That one sneaked in on him. But now here's Hainsey with it, way up on the blue line, shooting another save. And now back to Falk, a blast, and it's knocked down by Megna, and then poked away. It's Letang back for Kunitz. Penguins with the goaltender out, extra man on. And here's Letang with it, back behind the net for Malkin in front. Comeau! Oh, what a save by Ward. He reached out with a blade of his stick to absolutely rob Blake Comeau. He thought he had an empty net. He was close to that puck too. He wasn't far from the shooter. He is really hobbled. His right leg is the one that took it. He's favoring that as he goes to the bench. The Canes working the puck. Here's Stahl. Steps out, shoots it. And a good save by Fleury on Eric Stahl with that long reach. This is Toulouse down the wing. To the front of the net it goes in. The Canes have scored. I think Toulouse will end up getting the goal. Dwyer was in front of Fleury. Somehow it ricocheted in behind the Penguin goaltender. And the Canes, with all the hard work and all the shots on goal, finally get one. Yeah. And that's why Mike Johnston says it's a good idea to get shot volume. Just like that. Sharp angle shot finds its way in, Bob.
Yeah, it went off a Penguin defenseman, Staggy, that sharp angle. No, it might have been deflected off a Kane in front. There was a stick there, but Mata was there as well. I think it went off the back of Mata's right skate. Now that breaks a streak of 7 first goals for the Penguins in 7 straight games.
Here's shot by Spaulding. Ward the save, rebound, score! Letang goes to the net and finishes the play, and just like that, the Penguins tie it up.
And not much of an argument from the Canes. Sidney Crosby is right on top of Cam Ward. And the Penguins get the puck to the feet of the Ward, and they score right away. What a great response. Wax Crosby goes to the crease, pushes Lindholm in there. And there's no beef from the Canes. Oh boy, I would have been up in arms. Now an argument on the ice. Establish that down low play first. And the Penguins have to be cognizant. Cheat a little bit if you're the forward. You got to get your sticks in the passing lanes. Try to prevent that.
Penguins trying to make it happen now. Dupre with a shot, and the glove save made by Cam Ward. And the Canes counterattack. It's Riley Nash into the Penguin zone to the left wing to Gerby. His shot off the goalpost to the crossbar, and that one looked like it was partially deflected before it went to the goal.
It was. Nash got a stick on that. 20 for the Canes.
Comeau again on his off wing, shot it to the net, and the glove save made by Cam Ward. Squirts free, and Sidney Crosby drags it ahead for Craig Adams. Adams trying to gain the red line, couldn't do so. And Dwyer goes the other way. He's got a step. Here he is shooting. He scores. Patrick Dwyer with his second goal of the year, and the Canes take a 2-1 lead.
Well, Fleury went down, the puck went up, and it went right over his left shoulder in that handcuff position. Penguins playing with a makeshift line, and Dwyer, the puck is turned over right here. Adams, Falk stands up on Adams, turns the puck over, and watch this shot. Yeah, he just opens up the blade. It's one heck of a snapshot right in that top corner. Now, he's looking for passes. They're in motion right now, and they're getting frustrated. Look at another turnover in the neutral zone by the Canes.
Here's Gerby with it. Now it is Riley Nash to Semin. Shot, a good save on Gerby by Fleury. Great glove save there. Now it's Harrison with it. He pounds it back in behind the Penguins goal. Centering pass, loose around the net. Dwyer trying to get to it again. He centers. And Ole Mata able to pull it out of danger now and move it up. The Canes again intercepting. It's stalled this time. Backhanding the net. Fleury couldn't freeze it. Turning the corner. And a centering pass right out.
22 shots now for the Canes, who had 17 in the first period. The Penguins have allowed 17 on 2 other occasions, but no more than that in the first period of play.
And they've outchanced the Penguins 15-6 in scoring chances. Here's Gerby dropping it off. Hainsey with a shot, and Fleury makes the save on Ron Hainsey.
A lot of dump-ins here. Fleury's missed a couple. The communication hasn't always been good. But I know the shots are going high glove hand.
Here's Crosby now with step on Falk, a backhander. Ward makes the save and then snares the rebound. Tank sent it up the wall, but it's picked off by Dwyer. Sends it right back behind the cage again, over to the near side. Now it'll come to Kunitz on the wall. Kunitz moves it into the middle. A lead pass to Crosby, busting in. Shoots it, save made by Ward, and the rebound swept aside. Now here's Dupre with it, up the wing for Kunitz. It goes rink wide to Crosby. Here comes Sid again, swooping into Hornquist. His shot, he scores!
Well, Sidney Crosby, the way he can take a pass. And he received one right around the red line at center, and then he put it between his legs, right here, stick between the legs, and then the crisscross. It didn't really affect the defense. It was just a wicked shot. Not sure it went off the stick or not, but Cam Ward was down. The puck went up over that glove hand. Kind of grazed the shoulder of Cam Ward a little bit.
Talusti, who dumps it into the Penguin zone. And Scuderi goes back. Up the boards, it's taken by Downey. 46 seconds to go in the period. Jordan moves it into the middle. Riley Nash takes a one-touch pass from Semin and returns it to Semin. Semin for Nash. Nash cuts in, he shoots it. Net dislodged. Skinner tried to set it up for Rask. Broken up though and carried back to center ice by Blake Como. Como drops it to Malkin. Malkin back in front. It goes right past both Spalling and Como, but now Como back to the net and the save made by Ward, and the rebound cleared away, but now the penalty killing unit has to do the job. And here's Rask with it at the point. Near side for Falk. Back to Rask. Goes right side. Cross ice. Gerby, a shot, he scores. Nathan Gerby goes upstairs off the crossbar behind Fleury and into the net. And a power play goal for the Canes makes it 3-2.
Yeah, Crosby can't believe it as he comes across to the bench, looking at the officials. What a ticky-tacky call, and probably some other choice words that Crosby would have for that penalty. But that pass from Lindholm was just a bullet of a pass, and Fleury stood up on the short side. He didn't want to go down and give up, but Lindholm with a tape-to-tape pass. Fleury was down, then he got up, maybe not quick enough. It was just such a play in Carolina and here in Pittsburgh, Staggy, when they worked that tic-tac-toe play, and he was in the slot area, so he's been dangerous against the Pens. Look out.
Here goes Talusti against Dupre. A shot kicked away by Fleury. He got the shot off through a screen. That was a good save by the Flower. Kunitz hustling after the puck. Crosby making a beeline towards the net. Kunitz holds it, centers it, and it goes right past Sid. So it's Hornquist, Kunitz, and Crosby, and Hornquist got it in the face there. Yeah. He heads off, and the Canes go the other way, and a good shot on net, and Fleury makes the save there on Eric Stahl. A guy like Semin, Semin hasn't produced. They've signed him to a big contract. There's Crosby centering one, a bouncing puck. Hornquist couldn't get it to the net. And now Ehrhoff tried to get it to the goal. Now they try to spring a man, and they do behind the defense. It's Gerby coming in on goal. Fleury makes the save, and Semin was right with Gerby in a 2-on-0.
They're not sure who was getting back there on Semin.
Well, that's the save that Fleury had to make there. If they score and make it 4-2, that's going to be a tough road to hoe for the Penguins coming back. Yeah. So just remember that save, just like we need to remember the save by Cam Ward early in the game. He can't stick handle, and Gerby will take off the other way, a 3-on-2 for the Canes. Gerby with speed down the wing. Gerby sets it up, Semin a drive, and a save made by Fleury on Alexander Semin. And now the Penguins take off. and it's Crosby cutting in. Crosby trying to drag it around Sekera. Comes to Malkin. Quick shot, Mata, and he fired it wide of the goal. Crosby with it again in the corner. Out and out of Ehrhoff, a shot and a blocker save made by Cam Ward, and then Malkin couldn't find the rebound. Lucky break there for the Penguins. Been that kind of night. Fleury's had to bail the Penguins out on a few occasions here already in the third period. Here's Kunis starting back now. Tacoma, one touch pass to the middle for Sutter. To the goal, and a save made by Ward. Tacoma followed on, but he couldn't get to the rebound. Penguins get control in the neutral zone. It's Malkin to Hornquist. Hornquist slips it ahead for where Malkin could catch it. Malkin tried to center. He does to Crosby, and he ran off the goalpost. And now gets to the puck. 19 seconds to go. And the Canes come to center ice. Stahl try to shoot for the empty net. That hit Paul Martin. It comes to Toulouse. He fires into the empty cage. And that will do it. And the Carolina Hurricanes come into Pittsburgh and pick up only their third road win of the season. And frankly, they were the better team all night long. Look at the shots on goal, 34-22. So they have earned what they've gotten here tonight in Pittsburgh.
Yep, they got another 3-on-2 there. Tried to dump it in.
A lot of those tonight.